And the flea.
This is our second YouTube video for the Rainbow Loom, Fun Loom, whatever kind of loom you want to call it. That's the flea.
Wonder Loom.
Wonder Loom. Yeah, they've got like a million different names. That's the flea. She's sorting our bands by color right now. Because we were stupid when we got them and we just poured them in like this box down here. And we have a Ziploc baggie full of bands. And it is really a pain to have to dig through those and find the colors that you want. Yeah, it's like...
Let's see, oh, here's a red that I need. Oh, no, that's blue.
70% of our time when we're making a bracelet is spent digging through that box. So, we took care of that problem, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, first things first, just a little reminder of a couple of the products that we had on our last video. We have the Fun Loom kit from Toys R Us. I believe it was $10 if I'm not mistaken, $9.99. It may be a little more pricey now. Let me turn it around here so you can see the... There we go. Fun Loom by Rock Baby LLC, patent pending. It has the little hooks on the end and on the side so that you can connect it to other looms of the same kind. Quick few pros and cons for it. The wells, the pegs are not quite deep enough. So if you're doing a really complicated design, that's going to require you to have several bands on the same one. They do get a little crowded and they get difficult to hook. So keep that in mind when purchasing. Also, it's not rearrangeable. You can't move these pegs. They are stationary. It's also made of really thin plastic. So it's very much, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, there you go. It's very much bendable.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
Just making sure.
It's very much bendable. So keep that. It'd be great for like a little kid, you know, somebody younger who wasn't going to get into really advanced designs for a while.
Like us.
Or like her. I got it because I wasn't sure how well she was going to like it. Didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on something that was going to get tossed in the closet, never used.
I would never do that to you.
Yes, you would. Don't lie. She's a terrible sister. Anywho. So this is... Where did I put the hook? Dude, what the fuck?
Where did you put the hook?
Here it is. Okay. This is the hook that came with it. It's comfortable to hold. It is really, really comfortable. My ring's falling off. It's nice and thick. It has... If I could get my camera to focus, it would be awesome. Here we go. It has this little dip here where you hold it. So it's it's plenty comfortable enough. It's nice and long. It holds really well. Your fingers don't hurt too bad when you're using it. But it is made of plastic, and this little hook on the end has a seam that runs right down through the middle, and it gets a little sharp. So if you're doing a complicated design, sometimes it will
like this.
Tear your bands up. Yes, she's working on a star right now.
I've already...
A starburst. Okay. One of the new products that we got, warning before we get started, it is not the official branded Rainbow Loom. Didn't know that when I bought it. I thought it was. I'm not sending it back because, well, I mean, I already purchased it and I already paid for it and I already opened it and I threw the box out. So I don't want to hear any hating in the comments because it's not official. I got it on eBay. I'm sorry. You can, you know, hate me if it makes you happy. Anyways, so we're going to still call it the Rainbow Loom because I don't have another name for it. There are very few differences. One of the differences is the arrows, they are not red. There is no red arrow. They're all clear. It has the bases, exactly the same layout. They are not Rainbow Loom branded, which was how I knew. Also, some of the pieces are really, really rough and sharp. Some of the tips of the pegs are kind of sharp. I definitely recommend if you get something like this that you have some sandpaper handy to sand those down. Did cut my finger the very first night.
Oh.
There's her condescending, pouty face. I'm going to drown her in a well later. Okay. So, The pegs do move. I'm probably not going to be able to do this with one hand, but they do move. They are rearrangeable, just like the original Rainbow Loom, which is why I purchased it. It came with some bands. We'll get into the bands here in just a few minutes. It also came with the moving tool, the Rainbow Loom looking hook, also not branded. It came with the little mini loom, again, not branded. So we have a couple of other hooks that I wanted to show you.
Good hooks.
We have, hang on a second. There we go.
That's a sucky hook.
You don't know, you haven't used it. She's not a nice person.
I'm a hater.
This one came in one of the packs of bands that we got. It's just a little gold hook. For whatever reason, this end piece kind of pops off.
That's why it's terrible.
I'm not sure what the purpose in that is. I guess maybe to make it smaller so it would fit in the bag. But we're keeping it as a backup. And then I have a couple of crochet hooks that I bought.
Yep.
They're nice and smooth. They do not snap your bands.
Nope.
They have nice deep little wells in them. I put a rubber band on mine so that it would sit nicer in my hand. Okay. So, first thing. Here we go. Give me one